Was moving my business to Florida the wrong decision? Am I even going to be able to sell a loaf of bread? Is the market already too saturated down here? Hey guys, I'm Amelia, a sourdough baker, and I've been baking sourdough for over 6 years. In the last 2 years, I've turned my hobby into a successful business that I was running in Pennsylvania. Over the last few weeks, we decided that we were going to move everything to Florida. So we packed up our U-Haul and moved everything down here, including my bakery. And I'm just having a lot of the same feelings I was having when I first started my bakery in Pennsylvania. The point of my channel is to inspire you to be able to have a bakery of your own, or even just chase that dream that you want to make for yourself. And here I am doubting myself over and over for the last week and a half that we've been in Florida. Now, I know this is very normal, and I know that I am going to experience a lot of lows at the beginning of starting my MicroBakery because that's just how it is. I don't have customers. I don't have the clients that I had back home where I was pushing 200 loaves a week. This is all new to me, and I have to keep reminding myself that I am going to need time to be able to build up my customer base, to be able to feel comfortable in a new space. Now, a lot of you are probably on this video because you're dreaming about starting a microbakery, or you even just want to learn how to make sourdough. And you can probably relate to all these feelings that I'm having, even though I've been doing this for about 6 years. So I just want to let you know that starting anything new is scary, even if it's just a new hobby. But I promise that if you stick with it, you are going to be successful. And through these next few videos, or even over the next year, you're going to watch my bakery transform into something wonderful. I just know it. The one thing I know how to do is business. I am very stubborn. I'm definitely my father's daughter. So as much as I'm having these feelings of fear and worry and anxiety, I know this is all part of getting out of my comfort zone. In Pennsylvania, I was so comfortable. I knew what my customers wanted. I knew the time frames. Even the environment is so different down here. My bread is proofing in 2 hours. And if I don't watch it closely, it'll overproof in no time. So there's so many things that I am adjusting. You'll see later in this video exactly what I'm talking about, but there are a lot of things that are changing, and I am trying to be a very go with the flow type of person, even though my instincts are to just be very type A. But I wanted to just get on here and inspire someone today to try a new hobby, even if you are so scared. The one thing I can tell you guys is we're never going to grow when you're comfortable. I know for me, this is so scary. Even when I used to do my classes back in Pennsylvania, every single time I would do a sourdough workshop, I would get so nervous beforehand. And I knew that was a good thing. That meant I was pushing myself out of my comfort zone, and I was going to grow personally in that time. And wouldn't you know it, every single time after a workshop, I could feel my energy was up. I could feel my connection to my community, and I felt good teaching people a skill they could go home and share with their family. And maybe yours isn't sourdough, maybe it's gardening, maybe it's knitting, but it's just something you could do with your hands, and you can even give a product back to someone or just admire a little bit of your own work. There's nothing wrong with starting a hobby and keeping it a hobby. Just in my case, this kind of exploded into a business. So if you're on the path to starting a microbakery, or maybe you've already started and you're at the beginning phases, just stick with it. I'm telling myself this too, because right now I feel like I could crawl into a hole and just never bake again. So in today's video, I want you guys to just keep that in mind as we go through my day. Just enjoy all of the small pieces of the journey. Don't worry about rushing through it. The last week, I have really felt like I was pushing to get bread out, and I just want to remind you, enjoy the journey. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a minute, but we've just been so busy moving. I am exhausted, as you can probably tell. We did start back orders this week, which is exciting, but also very scary. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I actually sold one loaf at the beginning of the week that did not go well. And I am honestly like kind of shaken up about it because I've never had an interaction like the one that I had with this customer. So it was not a good start to the MicroBakery here in Florida. However, I'm not going to dwell on one bad egg. We're just going to keep moving forward. So this week, tomorrow I have 2 orders that are being picked up. One is with 3 loaves and another one is with 2 loaves, which you guys know is my goal. I'd rather have less customers and more loaves per customer. So right now I'm just mixing up dough for 3 loaves in this bowl, and then those are sandwich loaves. So I'm gonna mix all of this together. We're gonna get all the ingredients in and we're gonna start stretching and folding. And I'm just gonna take you guys along with me for a day in the life. And like I said, we'll do a quick little home tour so you guys can check that out. I am so excited to be here in Florida. I am really trying to take in the slow mornings, getting things started later in the day. It is already 9:15. You guys know I usually have all of this done before 6 a.m. So I'm gonna get these mixed and I'll pick you back up when we're doing some stretch and folds. All right, we are doing our first stretch and folds. I have just been stalking Facebook Marketplace because we need a kitchen table still. And I thought I would have much more luck down here with Marketplace, but I have not found a single thing that I like. So if you guys have suggestions for our kitchen table, I want it to be a round kitchen table, but with a leaf, so it can also be like an oval in case we have people over. I would love our house to be like one where we can have holidays and you know, do all the fun things here. So I need something that can be a little versatile. So if you guys have suggestions, please let me know. I would love something that was like Amish made, but finding that down here is probably gonna be a bit challenging, so we shall see. Hand mixing is for the birds also. It took me forever to hand mix and it's still not what I'm used to, so I'm always like, is this mixed enough? Because I'm just not used to it. But they look so good. This is my regular dough after a first stretch and fold, and this is my sandwich loaf. So this one is going to be a lot more shiny off the bat just because it's a sandwich loaf and it has butter in it, which is so stinking good. All right, I'll pick you up with our next stretch and folds. The stretch and folds are done. The dough looks so good. So we're gonna let it sit for a while and just ferment. While we're waiting for the dough to rise, I figured it would be a great time to show you around the new house. So coming in, these are the front doors, and then you have these beautiful columns right here, and then this living room, which we don't know what we're gonna do with it yet. Definitely gonna get 2 fans instead of a chandelier, and it's gonna be like a sitting room. I really would love to do like a big projector and then some like built-ins and just make it really like cozy. This painting is not staying here. We want to do some sort of like old fountain or something fun here, and then a table, like a skinny table here with a big mirror, and just make it look really classic. And then you walk through these archways into this living room, which is going to be like our chill kind of living room. We did put the TV up, however, we need all of that covered. Like I said, we just moved in, so everything's a bit messy. This is the new kitchen, which I'm obsessed with. Oh, it looks really nice. And there's a ton of room up here to put like decorations. We might take this whole thing down. We'll see. And then out here, we have our garage and then a really big laundry room, which is really nice for when we get home from the beach, just to throw everything in there. And then down here we have bedrooms and a bathroom. And then all the way across the house, back here we have the lanai, which this is all going to get reconfigured because we're getting a pool. So I will share all of that with you guys too. And then the master bedroom and then bathrooms back there. So we have a lot of fun things planned for this house, and quite honestly, I thought by now, we're a week and a half in, that we would have a lot more things decorated. However, I underestimated what it was going to take to actually move everything in, unpack, get the kids settled, get everyone into a little bit of a routine. So I'm trying to be a little bit more gracious with myself on time frame of getting things like the way that I want them. And I also don't want to rush and put something together just because. I would rather wait and get the right pieces so that I'm not changing them in a couple weeks. So that's the house. I hope you guys like it. We love it. So far, we absolutely love it. We had a pool guy come out 2 days ago to give us a quote, and we have another one coming out in a few days. So we're gonna see what we can come up with for a pool because that is necessary. But I'm just gonna hang out with Theo. We're gonna play a little bit. I'm gonna get a little sip of coffee, and then I'll pick you guys back up when it's time to form our loaves. All right, so the sandwich loaf, those are ready to go. I'm gonna get my scale so I can measure them out, and then we're gonna put them into loaf pans. My plain loaves are looking really good. The dough looks great. I would say it's probably ready to form here in a few minutes. So we're gonna get all this stuff going. It's definitely going to take me a while to get used to a new space. We are building out my bakery space, but it's not going to be ready for quite some time just because it's not, although it is priority. What? Okay. It's not top priority right now. The thing with Florida and this move is that I underestimated what it was going to take to actually get everything moved in, get us settled. And a few times I felt myself getting super down on myself that I should already be up and running. And we've only been here for about 2 weeks. My kids are still adjusting. We're still adjusting. Our wake up times are so much different. We're trying to embrace the slower mornings here in Florida, have more family time. So with that sort of mindset, it's hard. It's hard to get the bakery up and going when we're trying to make all the memories, going to the beach as much as we can, playing outside. So I'm trying to give myself a little bit more grace in this season of being able to start my bakery in a month. Yeah, I'm going to start doing small orders, which is what you guys are seeing here. But I'm also going to just remind myself that there's absolutely no rush in this process. I want to make sure I'm doing everything right. And honestly, my kids are my top priority. So if baking, for a farmer's market or something doesn't happen for a couple weeks, that's okay. I'm telling myself this again because I have just been feeling so down on myself for not already having 1,000 customers. But I am trying really hard to remind myself that it takes time to build something great. And when I was in Pennsylvania, if I really reflect on the whole process, it took me about 4 years to actually perfect my skill, to be able to even start my bakery. And I'm starting light years ahead of that right now. I already have my skill perfected. I know exactly what I need to do to market, how to get into markets, all the things. So I am way ahead of where I was in Pennsylvania, even though it feels like I'm starting from scratch. One cool thing that happened over the last week is I was invited to a number of events. Now, I think I let you guys know that I was in about 5 events down here. Well, I have just been invited to 5 more. So I already have about 10 events on my schedule, and that's not like a weekly farmers market. That is just coming to events that are single, which I think is actually going to be good for me to just get my name out there to a bunch of different people. I did post that my bread was for sale on Facebook Marketplace. So that has helped a little bit just to get some conversations started, but that's not where I want to be marketing my product. And a tip for you guys is if you are going to really have a high quality product, it might not be the best to be on Facebook Marketplace. It depends on your area. Back in Pennsylvania, it was perfectly fine. I can tell you here in Florida, I don't know if it's the influence of like flea markets. However, I do get people asking for the bread at a cheaper price on Facebook Marketplace, which isn't really my goal. My goal is to have a high quality product. So I am going to pull my Facebook Marketplace ad just because I did realize that maybe it's giving more of a budget friendly vibe than what I'm actually going for. So that is just a quick tip. Depending on your area, Facebook Marketplace might not be good for you on putting out a product that is a high quality, higher price point. It's still only $12 or $14 in the grand scheme of things, but when we're talking bread, that's definitely a higher price than what you would get at the store, of course. All right, it is now 8:55 and I have the sandwich loaves actually in the oven tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up super early and bake off the other loaves, but I figured I could get away with baking these tonight and then I will let them cool and slice them in the morning. So I'll show you guys when they come out. I didn't realize I had so many pouring coffee clips in this video and it's cracking me up, so I'm keeping it. Your girl loves a good cup of coffee, but this morning did not start out good at all. All right, so this is my first time baking multiple loaves in this oven and something's going on. It didn't bake the bread. This is like gummy. I baked 3 just singles in here and they all turned out really good. But I opened and this is garbage. So all that hard work for nothing. All right, so this is really freaking disappointing. This is supposed to be my first batch of orders going out down here and they are not good. So I'm remaking all of them for the customers. They're all perfectly fine with that. Honestly, I'd rather do that than put out crappy products, and I suggest anybody do that too. What stinks is that I know my other product that I gave to that customer a couple days ago was actually good. So I am going to close out this video here. Unfortunately, all of that work was for nothing, but this just goes to show you sometimes you have great days and sometimes you have bad ones. But thank you guys for hanging out with me, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye guys.